They weren't there to participate in civil debates with the students on TSU's campus. They were there to be aggressive. They were there to antagonize, and they were there to show dominance and privilege. And if you ask me, they got exactly what it was that they were looking for. While they tear this country apart, Black people are hunkering down, minding their own business, trying to find joy in the chaos. And they are trying to pull us in to a race war. A couple of days ago, these two races from the MAGA nut cult showed up on the campus of Tennessee State University. Tennessee State University is an HBCU. HBCUs are attended by predominantly Black children. Not just Black children attend HBCUs. Children of all races and nationalities attend HBCUs, but HBCUs are attended predominantly by Black students because of the history in this country. Black students were not allowed to attend private white institutions, PWIs, back in the early 1900s. They were banned from attending those institutions. So the Black community across these United States built their own institutions to educate their own children. These two stepping on the campus of an HBCU, wearing those hats, choosing these two topics to debate, was nothing short of an act of violence. We all know that those hats have replaced the white hoods. We know that. And we know that these topics of discussion really aren't to be debated within the Black community. They need to have these debates with their own people. And I also must let you all know that there is a protocol for these types of events to take place on HBCUs. You have to go through the proper protocols to get the proper permit, schedule a day, and so that security can be in place. These two races did none of that, showing their privilege. They showed up on campus. Nobody knows how they got onto campus because I believe TSU is a closed campus, meaning there's a checkpoint to get in and out. So how they showed up on campus, no one knows. But they didn't go through the proper protocols. They showed up on campus, and this is what ensued.
They threw a drink up top.
Oh my gosh, they threw a drink up top.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Did somebody just throw something in our car?
Arrest. They just tried to hit the car. They're still hitting the car. Whoa! That was loud.
Listen, they are lucky that they were able to drive off campus unharmed. Because if the students had their way, you would have been carried off on a stretcher. But as they were on campus and tempers started to become inflamed, this is what they were doing. Taking pictures. See, all of this is for clicks and views for their web pages. All of this is to later then portray themselves as victims and then stir up racists on social media to spew racist shit. And it worked. They're getting all sorts of clicks and views, and the racists are doing exactly what we expected the racists to do. be racist, spew racist shit. This racist tweets, TSU is a shithole. I know this neighborhood well because I am in it almost daily. Every year, there is a black on black shooting murder. I respect the hustle, but you guys were fucking dumb for thinking that anything you could say or do would change anything for these monkeys. This racist tweets, TSU is a laughable excuse for an university. In fact, most all HBCUs need to be scrutinized. Most of them have serious problems. The barriers to entry are all but non-existent. The graduation rates are dismal. The quality of education is a fucking punchline. These TSU students twerking on the cop car are indicative of most other HBCU attendees. Why play these games is beyond me. Bring back merit. People are different. Some folks aren't cut out for college, regardless of their melanin count quotas. They got exactly what they wanted. They're getting visibility. They're getting clicks and views. They got to antagonize some black people. They got to look like they are alpha males by going in to the belly of the beast, they would say, right? And they got kicked out. Now, TSU has put out a statement. This is the statement. The statement reads, today, a group of individuals unaffiliated with Tennessee State University appeared on campus without prior notice. In accordance with university policy, any demonstration or protest activity requires advance approval and permitting. Campus police and staff responded promptly, and the individuals were escorted from the university grounds without incident. At all times, TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner. The safety and well-being of our students, faculty, and staff remain our highest priority. TSU will continue to uphold university policies and ensure that campus remains a safe, welcoming, and orderly environment for all members of our community. I'm hoping that all HBCUs across the country are taking notice and going over their security protocols, because this is just the first. This is just the first. There will be more showing up on campus to be aggressive, to show aggression, to exert dominance, to be antagonizing, to be violent, to incite violence. That's their whole goal. The NAACP also put out a statement. The statement from the NAACP reads, Dear esteemed leaders, today, Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, at about 3 p.m., a group calling themselves Fearless Debates appeared on the campus of Tennessee State University. They wore Make America Great Again hats and carried poster boards bearing inflammatory messages such as Deport all illegals now and DEI should be illegal. They attempted to draw students into conversations centered on these messages, which were framed as debate but functioned as provocation. This incident was not an isolated act of political expression. It was an intentional effort to antagonize, disrupt, and distill fear in a space created to be safe, affirming, and supportive of Black students. While we recognize and respect that free speech is a constitutional right, there is a clear and urgent distinction between constructive dialogue and rhetoric deliberately designed to provoke, demean, and endanger the psychological safety of students at HBCUs. We are both infuriated and alarmed that groups like Fearless Debates are targeting HBCUs in 2025 with rhetoric that echoes a long history of exclusion, racism, and systemic oppression. The appearance of these individuals on the campus of Tennessee State University underscores that the politics and ideologies that threaten the being of Black people are still real, still harmful, and still actively seeking to silence and antagonize us. We urge you, our HBCUs, our NAACP partners, and our Black leadership networks to be vigilant, to share information, and to prepare responses to ensure that students are protected from these deliberate attempts to disrupt the sanctity of our campuses. HBCUs were founded as sanctuaries of empowerment, education, and freedom, and it is our collective responsibility to preserve that legacy against those who would seek to undermine it. We will not be silenced. We will not allow outside groups to strip away the dignity, safety, and thriving of our students. The time to respond with strength and unity is now. Together in our fight for freedom. Ended signed, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Parents, if you have your babies at an HBCU, make yourself present. Contact that HBCU and ask them about the incident and what are their security protocols for keeping your babies safe while on campus. I know that the HBCUs here in the Atlanta metro area, they have been going over their security protocols. They are alert and ready. I also know that Morehouse School of Medicine, and Spelman College, they all are closed campuses here in the Atlanta area, which means in order to get on campus, you have to stop at the police house. You have to check in. You have to state your business for being there. Parents, if your babies are attending Clark Atlanta University here in the Atlanta metro area, you most certainly want to call and ask them about their security protocols regarding this incident right here. Because Clark Atlanta University is not a closed campus, it's an open campus, which means they really need to be on point with patrols and upping up their game when it comes to securing the campus. Morris Brown College, which is also an HBCU here in the Atlanta area, I'm not sure if that is a closed campus or if that is an open campus. If your babies are attending that college, give them a call. For all the other students, for all the other parents who have students at HBCUs across this nation, make yourselves known. Contact the college or university and ask them about their security protocols, because this incident at TSU was the first. I'm pretty sure there's more to come. And what Charlie Kirk did was he spoke violent, racist rhetoric, and he attempted to present it as a difference of opinion or as a civil debate, right? The hats that they wear, the signs that these two had while they sat there smug on TSU's campus, the fact that they showed up and didn't go through the proper protocols, get the proper permitting to be there, it was all an act of aggression. It was them trying to antagonize Black students. It was them trying to disrupt their feeling of safety. It was an act of violence by those two MAGA nuts. And they're out there on social media trying to present themselves as victims. They are not victims. They are violent agitators. And they got exactly what they deserved. And that's on period.